The Jags are, it feels everything's buzzing towards the Super Bowl. A lot of noise is talking about they should be able to go and get it done this year. Now, I think they need to make some good draft picks. I think they probably should make probably a few pickups. But I want to go over a few things. Two letters have been released. One from Trevor Lawrence to Duval. He wrote a handwritten letter, give or take handwritten. And now Calvin Ridley released a letter today. This was more to NFL, kind of apologizing for his stint, what happened to him, the mental health and anxiety that he dealt with. Great article. If you haven't read it, go check it out. It's really cool. The reason I bring this up and I preface the article, as a Braves fan, we had something like this occur similar to this. When the Braves were on their World Series run, an article was released. It was a letter to the A from none other than Big Cock Jock Peterson. Okay, this guy was traded to the Braves mid-season when we basically didn't have a pot to piss in, and he was like, "Why am I going to Atlanta?" The guy's an absolute spark. One of my favorite baseball players there is, just because of how great he is. Comes in, brings an energy. He's wearing pearls around his neck. He writes a letter to the A, just describing his experience, the brotherhood that was being built in the clubhouse, getting to know the pitchers, and the famous quote, "We are those motherfuckers," or "You are those motherfuckers," came from this article. And there's another Braves fan at work, and both of us got the alert that this was released, and we both went to separate offices to read it, not knowing that we went into separate offices. We both walked out. We finished at the same time, both read at a third grade level. It took about 10 minutes to read. And we look up, and we're both in tears, like just emotionally driven from this. And I go, "Did you read it too?" He goes, "Yeah." And we hugged. The reason I tell you that story is to tell you this. We get a letter from Big Cock Jock. We win a World Series. We've now gotten 2 letters from Jaguar players. This is something powerful here I want you guys to realize, and what this does to not only a fan base, but to an organization and to the people around you. Is that tells you these guys took a minute to sit down and write a letter. Say, "Hey, we're coming. We're serious about this." It's accountability now, because now it's printed. It's in ink. You're not just saying it in an interview. You're not just kind of off the whim. You sat down and you thought about it, and you put your thoughts to paper, and it's out there forever, and it's probably going to be framed. If they go and win, if they make it to the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be surprised to see this damn letter on a statue of some sort. So the Jags are in a mindset right now of
there's
win.
a reason why they call it receipts. It's on paper.
Yep.
You put it on paper.
There it is.
It's not just conjecture. It's not just conjecture. It's not just I'm venting. Like a letter, it's paper, and that's that to the day. Receipts matter. That's what you put it.
Yeah, and look, I think it's hype, but we saw what they were doing last year. I think that AFC game against Kansas City, the divisional round game, I feel like they could have won that game. It almost felt like they didn't believe they could win it. But Doug Peterson's done a great job. Trevor Lawrence is a generational quarterback like Joey B. I still think Joey B is obviously better, but I think what they're doing there is something special. And I want to go, before we get into a mock draft here, I want to go over this too. And I actually see Hank in here talking about this. I saw an article where it talked about the Jags trading for